Folks, today's video is in the garden, and I hope it gives you some inspiration to do your own garden this year, grow your own food. It's awesome, guys. Come along. Hopefully we all learn a little something today and have a little bit of fun. No fertilizer in this garden, only butt fertilizer from the chickens.
I ain't afraid of word, I ain't afraid of play. I ain't afraid to get the job done and do it my own damn way. I ain't afraid of life. Times like this, if you mess with my freedom, I'll tell you just what you can kiss. That's right. I said if you mess with my freedom, I'll tell you just what you can kiss.
All right, guys, welcome back. If you've never been to the Stoney Ridge Farm, this is a 150-acre first-generation farm project, and it did not look like this 6 years ago. This is a lot of work, and I hope you guys appreciate me bringing this little bit of the farm life to you. What we're gonna do today, I grow a small garden every year. I have 9 raised beds, soon to be 10 raised beds. They're all milled right off the farm here. They were dead trees that were laying on the ground, oak trees, white oak to be exact. And what we've got to do is get the garden prepped up. I tried to prepare for gardening season way earlier, like in January, but I knew I would get inundated with weeds if I did that. So I'll take you down there, show you that here in a second. We've got a mobile chicken coop over here. We're gonna hook up the Honda side-by-side to and pull it down there. And we're gonna put that butt fertilizer that we like so much on our gardens. We're gonna put aside some misnomers that you might have heard about using chicken manure to fertilize your garden. Now, let's go inside here and see the new babies. So these guys hatched out. Hey kids, they hatched out, about 4 days ago. So we're at about 4 days old. Everybody's looking happy and healthy, no problems. I've got their feeder set over here to the side. Let's see if they come and join the feeder. There you go. That's the sound a mother hen makes. And they'll run to it. That's their feed, that's their waterer. If you want to see the full-on video, join me at the end of this video. I'll post a link to it. Great time. I hatched those from the eggs from my chickens and from my dad's chickens. They're American Brees. Very cool. Supposedly great layers and supposedly the best meat bird you can possibly get. We're gonna close those up so the kitty cats don't go in there. Let's take you over here and we're gonna hook up to the mobile coop. I'll walk you around it. The chicks will go in the mobile coop in about a week and a half. Before we go any further with today's video, guys, I want to let you know today's video is brought to you by Hemiway bicycles. This is a Hemiway electric bike right here. It's called the Zebra, and this is something that I really have been using a lot on the farm. You know, I've got a four-wheeler in this shop right here, but if I want to get over to the other side of the farm where the cows are, I simply hop on the Hemiway and just cruise right on over. This is an e-bike. Let me show you how it works. Turn the power on. Little LCD screen lights up right here. We're on power setting 1. We can set it up to power setting number 5 if we really want to cook it and if we really want to move. It's got a headlight and a tail light, so you can see it lights up, and it lights up when you hit the brakes. So if you're cruising around and you're out on the road, it's very, very safe. You can see right here, it's not so bright in the daytime, but it works good at night and it's fully adjustable. This is a fat tire bike. In other words, a fat tire e-bike. So there's an electric motor back in the back right here. And that electric motor gives you a little boost. In other words, I ain't trying to ride no bicycle all the way up this hill right here. While you pedal, it boosts you a little bit, so it's really cool. There's a charging port right here in the side. Takes about 7 to 8 hours to charge from 0 to totally full. This thing will go 20 to 40 miles on one charge. You also have a USB port under here. You can charge your cell phone if you want to take it to the beach. You also have that little cute thing in case you want to wake the cows up. You got a shifter with 7 speeds, super easy to shift. And if you don't want to shift, you just turn that. You see it trying to go? Okay, just like a motorcycle. Let me turn it off real quick so you guys can see that. Just hold that button till the screen goes blank. It's like a motorcycle. So in other words, you don't even have to pedal. Very, very cool. This is called, again, the Hemiway Zebra. Really interesting bike. I've been riding it now for about 3 weeks here on the farm. At first I was like, no way, man. No way would I use an e-bike or a bicycle to take the place of my four-wheeler. But now I'm not burning gas and I'm riding across the farm to move the cows. I like it. I do like it. There'll be a link in the video description and a coupon for you guys, 50 bucks off. I think it's Stoney Ridge or SRF 50 or something like that. I'll post it down there. A big shout out to Hemiway Bikes for sponsoring today's video and for sending me an e-bike. I was a total non-believer, but I am a total believer. These things are super cool. Suspension in the front. The tires are super cushy, so you can ride it through the pasture, you can ride it on gravel, you can ride it on pavement, and I'm getting ready to head way over there and move the cows with it. Really cool stuff. Let's get busy. This is the mobile coupe. I call it the Eggmobile for an obvious reason. This is called a roll-out nest box. I'll post a link in the video description. Looks like it's a roll-out poop box right now, but the eggs should land here and roll out right there when this is in service. This is around 5 foot by 16 or 18 feet. All the lumber on this was milled right here on the Stoney Ridge farm. This is the automatic coupe door. I think the battery must be dead in it. I haven't used it in quite some time. Let's open this guy up and you can see we've got a bit of a mess in here. So I got to get the wheelbarrow and the rake and rake this stuff back in and get it in the wheelbarrow. And this is the ramp, by the way. Rake all that in the wheelbarrow, and then we'll be putting it in our garden beds. And you guys can see these are our raised beds here on the farm. They are inundated with weeds, but all this weed debris is going right into those chickens' mouths. So I'll fill the chicken coop with these weeds, and then we'll come back in and we'll put a little bit of chicken manure in every single one of these boxes. Now, when I put the garden to bed in the winter time, I oftentimes do this. I'll use a box like this, and I'll layer them over top of my garden beds. And what that does is, instead of having a disaster like this and this, underneath these Amazon boxes, we're already prepped. We're already ready to go. So in the next few years, this is what I'm gonna do for sure. We are in pollen season so bad right now. That is just covered in pollen right now. So get ready. Both me and Randy the rooster are going to be annoyed. My nose is gonna be running like crazy after this. We got a bunch of weeds in here. I'm not sure what these weeds are called. By the end of the video, hopefully I will know what these weeds are called. But we got to get in here, trim up everything. In my new garden bed, I've got 9 beds. The new one is going right here, so stay tuned for a future video. These are my tomato stakes, and it's time to get to work. So first chore, weed whack everything. Next chore, gather everything up, put it in the chicken coop, and then we'll start cleaning out the mobile coop. We also have a very similar chicken coop, and I call this the perfect chicken coop. This is the first one that I built here on the Stoney Ridge farm. The outside run needs a little love right now. It's a little bit nasty, and this is what I call the perfect chicken coop. So it's up high, so critters can't get in. It also is very easy to open, easy to maintain. And this one's full of poopy too. So we'll probably get all the manure out of here also. And this is my feeder. It hangs up, and these are all my nest boxes. It's really important when you have chickens to make it easy to gather the eggs. And it don't get any easier than having a nest box like that, or a nest box like this one has, that roll-out nest box that's already set up for you. So when you build your coop, think about that. It's super important. Let's get busy. This is a Milwaukee Fuel brushless weed whacker. Super simple. These grow up with weeds every single year if I don't cover them up. I typically put a layer of mulch on here, but I didn't do that this time. We got some pollinators in here too, lots of pollinators. So I gotta be careful. I do have rubber gloves on so I don't get bee stung. And this is the wheelbarrow we're gonna be using. This is called a Chore Warrior. Chore Warrior is an electric wheelbarrow. Check it out, really cool. So if you're not a big person or a strong person, this is really very well balanced. It has a bar on the front that sticks out so you can easily dump all the material out of your wheelbarrow like so. And we got an on-off switch right here, okay? And there's a little trigger and we just mash that and the wheelbarrow goes. And we hit the other way and it backs up. Really cool. Neat thing here. So if you have trouble pushing a wheelbarrow, I don't care if you got back pain, you're elderly, you're small, or you just don't want to push a wheelbarrow up a hill, Chore Warrior. I'll post a link down in the video description for you guys. That is super cool. That is an American company, and that's called Chore Warrior Electric Wheelbarrow. Bees everywhere, go away bees. I think we've successfully scared off all the snakes and most of the honeybees. All this goes right into the chicken coop. That kicked my butt. That was a job, man. So we got all the beds cleared out as best we possibly can. There's still a few roots in there. You see what happened to my glove. Not Michael Jackson today. We're gonna go ahead and clean out this coop right here. I'm gonna save the manure in this coop for after I get everything planted. Now, it's super important to know that chicken manure is really hot, okay? Meaning very high nitrogen, very high urea content, okay? That's why it stinks. It smells like urea, all right? So when we put this on here, we really can't plant until after we get a couple rains, and that rain will help it all to settle down in the dirt right here. And then we'll have to come back as we're planting and we'll get in here and pick out all the rest of the weeds, because some of these weeds are gonna re-sprout. So we'll just come in as we plant and pluck all those out. So let's get busy cleaning out that coop. All right, this is Manure, and this gets dusty. Welcome to Nasty McNasty land. Ah! Oh, that's nasty. It doesn't stink, it's just dusty. I'm getting a full spa treatment here. So here's what we got. We've got some that's rather loose like this, and it breaks up really, really easy. Then we got some that's kind of matted down. You see the sawdust in here. It's just matted up with the sawdust. So that's pretty much 90% sawdust, and this is all little manure nuggets. We're just going to scatter those pretty sparsely across each one of these plant beds real quick. Whew. Good. Ow, that hurt. Oh man, that was a job. Oh my goodness, what a job. Nose running in there. Oh, got my neck good with that thing. So much for being a tough guy. So this is what I did. Just scattered the manure. This is a little heavy, a little much, but just scattered it throughout. I also went in and cleaned the other coop out. I ran out of manure about right here. So that's everything all set up. You can see the clouds. We're supposed to start getting some rain tonight. Hopefully this will all settle in. We'll come back in, reweed it one more time, and we'll be outside that frost time. So typically around here, some people like to plant April the 15th. I like to wait until April the 30th or so. So that's it. Be sure you check out the link at the end of the video to the Hemiway bike. It's down there in the video description. That thing is really cool, and it's saving me gas, a lot of gas. It zips me all over the farm. If I need to really carry something heavy, I'll grab the side-by-side of the four-wheeler, but when it's just me zipping around, thing's pretty cool. So we got the garden ready. We're gonna build one more raised bed. Stay tuned for the future video. We'll build that bed, fill it full of this good dirt right here that I have. And we've got a greenhouse going in here too, guys. We'll see you next time on the Stoney Ridge. Be sure you hit that like button. Hope you're subscribed. See it. Woo! Let's see if I can figure out how to get this over my hat. There we go. Let's see if I can figure out how to do it right. Come on, bud. Get her done. Get her done. Welcome to Nasty McNasty land. Ah! Whew! Good. Ow, that hurt. Look, no hands. Look, Mom, no hands. Got me a new horse. Mama, don't let your babies grow up to ride bikes in the field. Woo!